Hello and welcome, this is EagleEye621, and today I'm going to show you why you will never put your bed against the wall, especially a corner, ever again. So, let's see what happens when I sleep in this bed. It sounds like piston noises, which is never a good thing to hear when you get into bed, and... how'd I get here? This is not good. Now, in the real version that I show you, you're not going to use glass, you're going to have a roof, but you'll find out very quickly that you die before you can break any of the blocks around it. Even if you have fast respawn on, it looks like the damage continues, but the block never actually breaks. That means you are stuck here forever until somebody comes and frees you, or you use some cheaty admin commands to break free. And you can see as I fly up and above, the bed is now covered and we spawned in the corner we could not see. So I'm going to show you how to make this fancier bed trap, a lazy man's bed trap, and all that kind of fun stuff. But why don't we first set our time to noon here, so it looks a little bit better. And as I'm doing that, if you can take a moment to scroll down and make sure you are subscribed with those notifications on, maybe leave a comment down below about what you want to see next as well. And now, as to the why, prisons have been kind of a thing on YouTube a little bit lately. You have very much liked my last prison video, which I will link to, but most prisons are really bed traps with extra steps. Not all of them, but most. So I figured, why just skip and do the bed trap itself. So this is the fancier one for the person stuck in purgatory forever. These are the materials you're going to need. Now these iron blocks are just a block of significant hardness, which I like iron. If you don't have enough iron, check my iron video, which I'll put in the iCards right now. Iron's easy. And then just some building blocks towards the top. You can use these. These do have to be sticky pistons, and these right here is just to make a quick one-tick pulse. Let's get that into the inventory and start building. And to build, we need to do a little bit of excavation. And what you're going to want is to have your sticky pistons next to the bed, just like this. So it's at the foot side, if this is going to be where our contraption is. And your hard block just like this. And that's going to mean that when it extends, this is going to be the spawning platform, which is why we can start to make an outline. They're going to spawn into here, and we're going to make sure they can't just jump away or walk to the sides. And we can come around on this side too. And as we get lower, you are going to want to switch to a harder block. We also want to make sure that they can't just punch the bed. So this is going to be filled in. And again, I'm just going to use iron because it's a little bit easier. And this is going to be filled in. So now they're going to spawn directly in there or in there. And after they spawn, the floor is going to retract. And let's make sure that we don't have too many extra blocks here. And you're going to want to make sure you come down at least 3 from here. So this is, our floor is going to be there. 3 air blocks. And then we can come around and we know that we have the exact same on the other side. So build this up and also come around. Again, the idea is they can't just walk out, and build up these walls. The reason that we have these connected in the center is just save a little bit on lava, and also a little bit more fun for the person to see that they're completely trapped. And then fill the rest of these in. And we're basically done with the outline. Now we need to work on the redstone. And for the redstone, we're going to want to have a block directly underneath both of these sticky pistons. And then we're going to come out like this and give ourselves a nice little platform. We're going to have repeaters facing directly into those blocks. Make sure those are both on 2 ticks. And then repeaters in this opposite directions. Make sure these are on 4 ticks, and the timing does matter. And then to set the whole machine off, like putting a redstone block there and a torch. And you can hear that we're going off. Now, you also want to make sure that you completely surround the bed so that there are no other spawning spaces available. And we can get rid of that thing. And what does this look like from the player's perspective? Well, let's set my spawn point right there, and then I can do a /kill. When I respawn, yeah, I'm here. So if I move into survival mode, you'll see I quickly die from the lava. I respawn, and I'm back in the lava pit. And if you can't break the stone fast enough, the smooth stone that is, you definitely can't break the iron fast enough. So again, you are stuck here in purgatory forever until somebody comes and frees you or use some cheaty commands. You can't jump out because there's a roof. There are no timing issues, which is why we have 2 floors. And you're just stuck here, constantly dying over and over again. So let's go back into creative mode and get ourselves out of here. Let's talk about the lazy man's bed trap. But just in case you're wondering about this timing, you do need to make sure that at least one of those blocks is in the proper position. If there are no valid spawnable blocks, then the player will go back to the original world spawn. So that is why this timing is important. Don't mess up. Now this is for fun, but what if we want to just be lazy about it? Well, 10 obsidian, a handful of stone, and a bucket of lava will do you right and your enemy really wrong. Pick a corner, does not matter which corner. I'm going to pick this corner, put our obsidian down. We're going to have 2 on this side, 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and you guessed it, 2 on this side, and then a roof. But before we put that roof on, drop that lava down in there, and then we have our obsidian trap. And now we want to surround the bed. Don't forget about this corner. This is where they will spawn if you mess up and don't put something there. And just like that, if the person comes back alive again, which I can do with a /, first I need to set that as a respawn point, and now I can do a /kill. They will respawn into an obsidian death place. So into survival we go, and it goes without saying, you couldn't break the stone, you couldn't break the iron, you definitely can't break the obsidian. Obsidian takes 250 seconds to punch out by hand. You die in about 5. So you don't have to be a math expert to understand that 5 seconds is a lot less than 250 seconds. So this is your new server experience until somebody comes and frees you by either mining this out or breaking your bed. So not a great time. But now these all rely on the player not really knowing what's going on. You set this up and then either kill them or hope they die. They're not going to click on a bed that has all these contraptions knowing what's going on. So how do we set up a trap like we did over there so that they don't know what's going to happen? There's a couple of things in this chest, so bear with me for a moment. This is what you're going to need for your main device. Now I have glass here just so you can see what's going on, but in your main build, it would just be more stone that you could honestly get from their build. This right here is a distraction. I'll have a link to this perfect armor video as well. And then this is here in case they have an immovable object next to their bed. So let's get this into the inventory and get started. And when you get to their base, you're going to want to do a little bit of excavation yourself. That just helps keep you lined up when you're going in and around everything. So we have these 4 just like this, and those 2 just like that. And these are the blocks that we're going to want to push up. And we're going to want to push up from 1 below, like this, which means that our pistons are going to be facing up. And do make sure these are regular pistons, not sticky pistons. And those go in there. And then we also want to do the same thing on this side. So 1 block away, meaning that our pistons are going to be just like this. And then when you fly in on the inside, you can put those back. But in this back corner, we're going to break that. Fill these back in with stone so that they don't know that anything's wrong. And we're going to put in observer facing here, which is how this is triggered. So if it's triggered that way, we need to take a signal. And we're going to do that by taking a redstone signal from that observer. And we want to make sure that all of these pistons get powered. So we're going to drag the redstone line just like this to make sure we hit all 4 of those pistons. And then also we want to make sure we get these as well, so we can make a bit of a staircase going down and coming in here, just like this, and connect all of those up. Now, anytime using a redstone line, you want to be extra careful to make sure they're in signal. So this right here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Some solid counting with Eagle Eye 621. So well within your signal strength so that this works perfectly. And you want to distract them from the fact that there is an observer here. So you can put an armor stand, give you reason to put a slab there. And if we get some of this fancy god armor or special armor, again, I'll have a link. We can take some of this god armor and make this guy nice and fancy and distracting so that they don't pay attention to what's going on over there. Now, if there's an immovable object here instead, if they put a chest there, for example, a chest is immovable, they can spawn on top of it, so you're going to need to be able to break this block right here. And by break that block, I mean we're going to push that in. So we're going to do something essentially the same. So we're going to push that block in. So we need a piston where I just destroyed my scaffolding. A piston just like this. And we do want to connect that so that it does get hit with the signal. But this, of course, is going to be more than 15. So we can have a repeater here. And then we connect our redstone. And that is that. And this is basically done. But you do need to know where they're going to spawn. And they're going to spawn here. And if you want to see where we are right next to the bed. We're in the corner that they can't see because their wall is there. But they can still spawn here. So now you can take your other stone, using glass, as I said, specifically so that you can see what's going on. But don't use glass or they can get out. Then we put our bucket of lava down there at the bottom. And we put our roof up here so they can't just jump out. So there's lava, air block, and then a solid block here. And if we switch this back to night mode so that I can sleep, switch it back to night. And if I do this in survival mode, once I get into bed, let's make sure I don't accidentally click on something. Pistons are never a good sound to hear when you get into bed. And now that everything has been moved over, you are stuck here. Now, if you are fast and you have the right kind of armor, as you can see pop back into my inventory, then you can break free before you die. Or if you have some of the netherite tools that won't destroy in lava, then you can get out. But once your inventory is empty, if you don't have the armor or a pick, this is, again, your server experience until somebody comes and helps you out. So you are stuck, which is why don't build beds against the wall anymore. If you found this video interesting, I would appreciate a like. If you found it helpful, maybe even consider telling one of your favorite Minecraft YouTubers to see if they will build this in their world and troll their friends. And again, do be nice about it. If you're playing on a server with people, that means hopefully you like them. Don't just leave them here for hours and hours and hours. It's funny, and then let them out. And for more videos like this, do be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. If you're interested, I do also have a join button if you'd like to support me in that way. It's next to that subscribe button. You can click on it and it'll give you a bunch more details. Thanks for stopping by.